everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Randa, and today we are doing our WIP and chat. I missed it last week. I had one filmed, and then for whatever reason I didn't like it. I don't remember. And then I just got busy. I had like a crapshoot of a week last week. I'll talk to you about a little bit. So it's like I didn't get around to my floss tube. I didn't get around to WIP and chat. I was horrible last week. I didn't do anything. But we're back today. It is Monday. It's November 1st today, which means I need to get rid of my spooky nails. They're very spooky, but I need to get rid of them because it is no longer Halloween. They need to be changed anyway. They've been on for over a week and they're all chipped and sad and need to come off. But it is November 1st. It is so much later in the day than I usually film this. Because I got so for my COVID vaccine, I originally got Johnson & Johnson, and if you got Johnson & Johnson, you're now eligible for a booster, so I went and got my booster yesterday. I got the Pfizer booster, because I would have gotten Moderna, but they didn't have it, but either way, it doesn't matter. I got the Pfizer, and I was worried about feeling sick today. When I got my first Johnson & Johnson vaccine, I didn't feel crappy until like the afternoon. And so when I woke up this morning, I was like, okay, get everything done this morning. I had restock and other stuff I'll talk about in a second that I needed to do. And so I was like, okay, do that. And then you can sort of like crash this afternoon, film, WIP, and chat, whatever. So it is about 2:39 p.m. It is a little bit, a couple hours before restock. And restock is all done, ready to go. Perfect. So, today we are working on my diamond painting. This is At Peace by Bailey J and Diamond Art Club. This is probably one of my favorite Diamond Art Club pieces I've ever worked on. I love this piece. I'm obsessed with it. It's one of those pieces that it's like, yeah, I know for sure one day I'm gonna hang this up. Like when I have an office, when I have space to hang it up, I know damn well this one's getting hung up. I love this one. This is the pen that I'm using. I'm pretty sure the blank is called Golden Cloud, and it is by BFF Diamond Painting Pens. I have a 4-placer with my putty on the end. Speaking of which, like I said, restock day, I sell scented putty, so if you want some scented putty, that restocks at 4 p.m. every Monday, but it usually takes the entirety of the week to sell out, so go check that out if you're interested in some scented putty. And then in my single placer, I am using glue dots because I was using putty and then I got tired of it. I was using patty wax and then I got tired of it. So now we're using glue dots because I just cycle through all my things. I have they're the micro ones. These little guys right here, little micro glue dots. And then Trey is from Unimade. Love that. And then this is my little trash drill cover minder from Erica's Little Creations. I am sorry if you can hear that noise. Sounds like they're mowing the lawn today, quite loudly, right outside my apartment. Awesome, great, wonderful. Okay. Hopefully they will go away. Oh, there we go. So you can hear them riding into the distance. So anyway, oh, they're coming back. Oh no. Bear with that, okay? I do not have control over when they mow the lawn out there. It's nice that I don't have to do it, but, that's one of the perks of living in an apartment. But yeah, then I'm like, dang it, I'm trying to film a video and y'all are being noisy. I usually don't like to I am filming with my ring light today, if you can't tell by the lighting. And I don't usually like filming with my ring light anymore. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call, stop it. Okay, we didn't stop recording, we're good. I usually don't like filming with my ring light when I diamond paint, really, because it leaves, it's really bright, and it, leaves I could turn the settings down, I guess, but it leaves, a glare on my diamond painting, that makes it harder for me to see while I'm diamond painting, but it is so gloomy as heck today. Oh my god. That I have to have it or you wouldn't be able to see what I'm doing. That's how dark it is outside today. I freaking hate it. I do definitely have some version of seasonal affective disorder where cloudy days and just any day that's not sunny, it doesn't matter if it's summer or winter or whatever time of year, but if it is cloudy outside, my energy is zapped from my body. Like, done. No, not happening. And I just usually feel a little more sad and just in general, just crappier. So, thankfully I'm feeling okay today-ish, but yeah, it does kind of make me sad every time I look outside. But anyway, that's why I have the ring light on, so hopefully it doesn't bother me too much. Trying to think of where I want to start with this WIP and chat. I guess let's start with a little bit about last week, because now I guess I kind of have like 2 weeks to catch you up on. I started last WIP and chat. I'm trying to think about what I sort of talked about when I did film the WIP and chat that I never posted. Yeah, I know. Because I just didn't like it. I don't know. But, and then I got busy. You know, I already told you this. I started with that, like, on Monday, I had breakfast with my mom, which I don't usually do. I usually have lunch or breakfast with her on Friday, not on Monday, but she had a colonoscopy on Friday, and so, she was not up for like lunch, and so we just moved it to Monday, and I just met her before I did restock, and while I was sitting there talking with her, we started talking, because Perry and I have been talking for a little while about wanting to buy a house once I graduate, and she was like, well, interest rates are going up, and if you make enough money to do a mortgage, you might want to talk about doing it now instead of waiting. And so then for a couple of days, Perry and I talked about it, and we had like a very brief conversation with a lender, and we were talking to my mom, because my mom's a real estate agent. She's going to be our real estate agent, and stuff like that. It ended up not working out. We are going to wait until I graduate, which is only like 6 months away, so it's not that big of a deal, but yeah, so we did a little bit of that, which got me all like house excited, and now even though I know we're not looking for a house right now, I can't help but jump on Zillow every freaking day and just see what new houses come up on the market, even though a few days later they're gone. Like, I can't help myself. I tell Perry that I'm doing research, that it's like, I want to know what's out there for what kind of price, so that when we do actually start looking, I actually know sort of where to look for, what to look for, that kind of thing. Does that make any sense? I feel like it's helpful. I also just feel like it's fun. That I am my mother's daughter, you know, she's a real estate agent because she likes looking at houses, and like, so do I. I just think it's fun, especially when you're thinking about like houses possibly for you. That's even more exciting. And like, owning a house with Perry and having like a backyard for Ash to run around in and stuff is like my dream. It's my dream. It's like, I think it might even be more of a dream to me than like getting married. I don't know. They're probably pretty equal, honestly. Now that I say that out loud, I'm like, well, I do really dream about getting married, though, so maybe I take that back. But they're on pretty similar playing fields, you know, that it's that kind of a dream for me, that it's not only is it an investment, not only is it, you know, so many good things, but it's also like, just like a big, like, couple milestone, like you buy a house together. Yeah. Perry and I have been together for over 2 years now, though, so, I don't know, that might seem short to some people, but we've spent almost every day together for the past 2 years, and we've lived together for like a year and a half, and this is his longest relationship period. Actually, this is both of our longest relationships at this point, just barely longer than my longest, but much longer than his longest. And I always tell him the way that I measure it is that this is the longest relationship that I've ever been happy in. That like I have kind of like 2 long-term relationships. One, I was in high school. I was 15 when we started dating, and we dated for 2 years. And then the other one was like a year and 3 months, and we lived together for a little bit. And in the year and 3 months, I was only happy for about 6 months of it. And then for 2 years, I was only happy for about 6 months of it, 8 months of it. So it's like, this is the longest I've ever been happy in a relationship. Like 2 years versus like 6 months. Yeah, I should have left those relationships a lot sooner than I did, but you know what? It is what it is. And now I'm here, so it's fine. But yeah, we're very excited. We want to have a yard for Ash, and we want to have a nice house for us to grow into. Our dream in terms of a house is to buy some land. So maybe a couple acres, 1.5 acres or 2, maybe 3, just a couple of acres, and build a barn dominium on it. It's not possible to do that right now though, because one of the reasons we're able to get a house right now is because there are programs for first-time home buyers where you can get into a house for $1,000 down. And because we're both first-time home buyers, he's 25 and I'm 21. So, we're definitely for first-time home buyers, and so we can get in for $1,000 down. And when you're buying land and like a construction loan to build a barn dominium and stuff like that, that no longer applies. That you would have to have like 25% down or whatever. So it would be a lot. That would be something that like we would take equity from this house that we buy and putting it into land and barn dominium and the whole thing. So we're not jumping straight into a forever home, but we're jumping into, we still want it to be a house that we're going to be happy in for 5 to 10 years. So, before we sell it again and then I want it to be a house that we stay in until we're ready to build our barn dominium, like our forever home. So, but it needs to have like a big yard for Ash, and, at least a 2-car garage for Perry, and, a bedroom for guests to stay in, and an extra bedroom for an office for me because I'll be working from home and all that fun stuff. So, and we're going to renovate it like crazy because that's just how we are. Like, it's still going to be like a really, really wonderful home for us that like, we're going to really love it. And I think we're going to really love being homeowners. And I'm very excited. So it's like, as much as we're not looking for a house right this minute, it's only like 6 or 7 months away. So we'll probably I graduate in May. And so we'll probably start looking for a house in March, probably February or March. So that, because most fun part of it is that our lease here, we've already renewed our lease once, so by the time our lease is up, that'll be 2 years that we've lived here together. So by that point, it will be 2 years we've lived together. We've lived together for 1.5 years right now. That it happens to end the same exact month that I graduate. So I graduate in May, the lease ends in May. It's like, God, could that be the worst fucking timing? It's like, it would be better if I graduated in May and the lease ended in like July, so that we had a couple of months to like get a house after I graduated and then move. No. No, it's like immediate. So we can do month to month here, but it's an extra $200 a month. And so we want to start looking before I graduate so that we can do month to month for as short amount of time as possible, if any, because an extra $200 a month is not fun. So, but we're planning to move very shortly after I graduate. And so, yeah, that's only, okay, let's see, it's November. So November, December, January, February. We'll start looking in about 5 months, and then we'll move in about 7 probably. Like, that's pretty cool. I'm only 21. Granted, I'll be 22 by the time that happens, but because I turn 22 next month. But still, buying a house at 22, that's pretty freaking cool. Am I right? Straight out of college, I can only do it because of Perry. Perry makes enough to buy a house by himself right now. But we're waiting until we have my income, until I have like a full-time income, so that we can get a house that we like really love. Because he could get like an okay house by himself, and we could get a really great house together, and we can be even more financially stable, and have more room for renovations and stuff like that if I have a full-time job. So it's like, and it's just like 6 months, so like we can wait, it's fine. Also, because we've already started saving for a house, we both started kind of aggressively saving about a month ago. Even though we only need $1,000 down, okay, about $500 for an inspection, and because my mom is the real estate agent, she's putting her commission that she would have made on the house towards our closing costs. That's about $9,000. So that's going to cover our closing costs. So basically we just have to pay like the $1,500 down, like $1,000 down, $500 for the inspection to actually get into the house. But we live in a 700 square foot apartment, and we're going to be upsizing to like a 1,500 square foot house with multiple bedrooms and stuff. We're going to need furniture. We're going to want to do renovations. We're going to have all these things that we're going to want to do. And we want to have a cushion to fall back on also in case, you know, something happens, you know, we move in and there's something that needs to be fixed and whatever. So, and we don't have as much cushion as we want right now. We probably combined have about $1,400. That's just not enough because we've only been saving for like such a little amount of time, but we should hopefully have at least a couple of grand by the time that we move. And we should be smooth sailing, so that we can buy furniture and we can do renovations and we can do all the fun stuff. So I'm really excited for that. Can't help myself but look at Zillow every single day. You know, just excited, just very excited to start that chapter of our lives. But that'll start in about 6 months. So until then, I need to like cool my jets a little bit. But it's so fun because then Perry and I start to talk about like what features exactly we would want in a house and how I get to show him houses and be like, what do you think of this? And it's just so fun. I just think it's so fun. He's like, Randa, we're not looking for houses right now. I'm like, I know, I'm doing research. Research. He's like, how is looking at $800,000 houses that we're never going to be able to afford research? Like, it's research, don't worry. It's very much research. Our budget is like $430,000, I think. $430,000, maybe $450,000. I don't know. We'll have to see once we officially talk to a lender. We've had like a very brief conversation with a lender, but we need to like fill out a loan application and the whole nine to really know how much we can afford. But probably somewhere in the $430,000 range. So the fact that I was looking at $800,000 houses, he might be right about that. That was not research. But for the most part, I do actually look at houses in our range. I just was like looking one day and was like, I wonder what kind of houses are around here that are out of our budget. So I was looking at like freaking $1.5 million mansions in the area. And so he was like, what are you doing? I was like, babe, this house has 17 bedrooms. What in the world? He's like, that's not research. Okay, fine. You're right. That's not research. But I have been doing actual research, okay? So that's that. That's very exciting. We're both very excited about it. Yeah, very excited. So that'll happen soon, and I'll keep you updated on that. I had a shitty fucking week last week. That it was just like, I was just like, God, I'm just having such a hard time where like I was tired all the time. And one of the big things with my depression was not having enough energy. And part of that for me led to naps, that I was sleeping a lot. So I would sleep like 12 hours a night, and then I would take a nap in like the middle of the day or the afternoon. And once I started on my current antidepressant, which is called Cymbalta, I stopped doing that. So I started waking up at like 7 or 8 in the morning, like a normal person. And then I would not have to take a nap, and I'd go to bed at 10, or whatever. And for whatever reason, last week, I like couldn't manage to wake up before like 9:30 or 10. And I would then like 2 o'clock, like go and take a nap, like would not be able to, even if I was like done with my work for today, I wouldn't even be able to like sit and stitch. Like I needed to go take a whole nap, like it was that bad. And so it made me, and plus because I was just tired, I was just feeling more depressed. I was just feeling whatever. And so, but I was like kind of hoping that it would just kind of pass, or that it was because of, I don't know, because I'm tired of, we're getting kind of to the close of the semester. Like maybe I'm just getting tired of schoolwork and I just need whatever. I don't know. I was just sort of hoping it would pass or that something would happen. I also was not sleeping very well. And so, but by the end of the week, I went to meet with my mom. Oh, and I missed therapy this week. I felt awful that, like, for whatever reason, I had gotten it in my head, because usually I do schoolwork and then go to therapy. But for whatever, my computer wasn't working. And so it was taking me like 4 hours to do an assignment that should have taken me like 30 minutes because my computer wasn't working. And for whatever reason, I got so hell-bent on the idea that I needed to finish that assignment before I left for therapy that I ended up just missing therapy altogether because I couldn't get it done. Hindsight, that was really dumb. I could have just come back to my schoolwork later, gone to therapy, but no, in my head, I was like, you have to do it now. Part of that has a little bit of logic to it, because my plan for Wednesdays is that I finish everything that I need to do for the day before therapy, because I do EMDR therapy. It's very intense, and I need the rest of the day to kind of chill out. And so I plan it that way on purpose. And so I guess part of that was the logic that I knew that there was a plan to do EMDR therapy that day. And I wanted to make sure that I wanted to have everything done so that I wasn't worried about it when I came home. But still, the logic doesn't make much sense that I could have, saved it for another day, or I could have told her, like, we can't do EMDR today because I didn't finish everything, or whatever. But I just remember feeling tired and stressed in general. I remember wanting to throw my computer across the room. And I also remember spending the whole morning being terrified of going to do EMDR. I've told my therapist, I told her last week that I have, for whatever reason, like a fear surrounding EMDR, that it's like, I kind of know, it's like I know that nothing like truly scary or harmful is gonna happen, but I'm scared of the hard emotions, and I'm scared of I'm scared of the intensity. I'm scared of how intense EMDR is, and not wanting to go through that, not wanting to put myself through that. And she says that that's something that's quite normal, and that it's something we can talk through, but that she also says, if now is just not the right time, or if never is the right time for EMDR for you, then we don't have to. You can tell me at any point that you don't want to do EMDR at the moment. We'll put it on rest for a few months, or for a week, or for a year, or for whatever you want. So, I think I might do that, just because I don't think it's good for me to be adding that kind of stress. That it's like, that is something that needs to be done, I think, when I feel a little more stable. I don't know. That, like, I don't know. That whatever the reason is, it's not helpful to me as right now. That it is maybe more harm than good, just because of the stress level that is involved in that kind of therapy. So, excuse me. So, yeah, so I missed therapy and felt horrible about it, and just was having a really crappy week. So I met with my mom on Friday morning for breakfast, and I was just exhausted. I was just, by the end of that god-awful, just like feeling like crap every single day, I just was, and my mom could tell like something was up. And we were talking about it, and I'm like crying as I'm talking to her, and she was like, this is not just like a rough day or something. If this has been consistently how you've been feeling for the past week, then like we probably need to call your psychiatrist. And I was like, yeah, okay. So we called her and sort of told her what was going on. And it was like, yeah, I haven't been sleeping very well lately. That I was like, I've been, you know, sleeping a lot later and then having to take naps. And then I've also been having a hard time falling asleep. And then when I do fall asleep, it doesn't happen. It's weird. She was even puzzled by this because it sounds like some sort of infection, but I swear to you it's not. Because it doesn't happen every night, and it also doesn't happen during the day. And so it does not make sense to me or my doctor that it could actually be an infection. But it's something I'm going to talk to my urologist about. That because I do have chronic bladder infections, it could be something related to that. But I told her, it's like, I wake up, you know, 5 or 6 times in the middle of the night some nights to go to the bathroom, that like I need to go to the bathroom. And she's like, that sounds like an infection. I was like, I know, but I swear it's not. That it's like, it doesn't happen during the day, and it doesn't happen every night. It only happens some nights. But nonetheless, I'm not getting very restful sleep, and also I'm having a hard time falling asleep. And so it's just all in all creating a really bad sleep cycle. And this is kind of for everybody, but especially for people with mental health issues like depression and stuff like that. When your sleep is messed up, everything is messed up. So my psychiatrist was like, it kind of sounds like you're just... your sleep has just gotten really imbalanced. And she was like, what we can do is give you a sleep medication that you're on for like just a few days or something to kind of get your sleep back on track. And then so that, you know, you get back to your normal rhythm, and then we take you off of it so that you're not just like constantly on a sleep medication, but you get your sleep back to the way it should be. So she prescribed me Ambien. To take for a couple of days. I think she's prescribed 10 days worth, but I'm gonna call her like tomorrow to sort of check in and tell her how it's going. And my mom was like, oh, it's gonna be the best sleep you're ever gonna have, and da-da-da, because she's taken Ambien before and freaking loved it. And I was like excited about it. It wasn't the godsend of sleep that my mother had described. But I did fall asleep easily. I did still wake up a few times in the middle of the night, but I woke up at a normal time feeling more rested. And I was like, perfect. That's what I needed it to do. So I took it on Sunday night, and then I took it last night. No, that was Sunday night. I took it Saturday night, and then I took it last night, which was Sunday night. And I'm feeling much better now. That it really, I think she was right, that it was just like a sleep thing, that like my sleep was messed up, so everything was messed up, and it was making me more sad, and having a hard time. Like, I was still able to get through most of the things that I needed to get done, like my schoolwork and stuff, but bare minimum, I could do bare minimum, and now I feel a lot better, that like I can do more. So yeah, that was really good. So I'm gonna probably stay on it for a couple of more days, and then hopefully be back into the right rhythm again. So that happened this weekend. Perry and I did our usual date night on Friday night. We went to, where did we go? We went to Old Chicago, actually, which I haven't been to in a really long time. I actually used to work at Old Chicago, so I kind of know that menu like the back of my hand, but I haven't been in a long time. So we went, which was nice. And then Saturday, trying to remember what we did on Saturday. What did we do? We took Ash to the park, I know that. Oh, geez, computer, that was quite the noise you just made. I don't know what. Oh, I got mail. It was my email. Oh, damn it. I was hoping. Lame. Okay, never mind. I'll tell you more about why I was hoping for that email to be something in a minute, but it wasn't, so oh well. We went to the dog park. We have this dog park near us, because our favorite dog park is the 69-acre dog park that has the ponds in it that I've told you guys about, but it's like an hour away from us, and you have to buy like a pass to the lake and plus a dog pass. So the pass to the lake is $10, and then the dog pass is $3. And you can buy season passes, but by the time we started going, it was way too late in the season and didn't make sense. And so it's like, we don't want to have to, we used to go because there's a lake that Perry can use his jet ski in. It's way too cold for the jet ski now. So it doesn't really make sense for us to go drive an hour to that lake and pay $13 just for her to go to the dog park, So we've been trying to find alternatives that are closer to us. And we found a dog park around us that's called Happy Tails in Brighton. And it has like the tiniest little pond right in the middle, and then like a walkway that walks around it, and then a little spot for like, there's like a bench, and there's some little obstacles for the dogs to hop around on, and it's actually a pretty cute park, except for the fact that the water in the park is like awful. But I like the fact that it has water because Ash really likes it, but it's so dirty that it's like she just comes out like covered in mud instead of covered in water. At least like belly down is covered in mud. Yeah, she just comes out of that lake freaking nasty, but she loves it. So, and it's a huge park. There's tons of room for her to run around. It's really a great little spot. I just wish the water was cleaner so that she wasn't such a nasty girl when she comes out of the water. So we took her to that dog park, and then they do have a little hose at the park where it's made for them to just like drink water out of, but we use it to spray her off when she gets out of the lake, or out of the pond when we're about to leave, that we just spray her down with the hose. And then we'll usually give her a bath that night. But Perry needed to take his car to the car wash anyway. And he does like the self-serve car washes so that he can wash his car himself because he's like that. And our little self-serve car wash also has a dog wash, that like a little room that you can go in and there's a bath for you to wash your dog in. And so while we were there, I was like, I'm just going to go in and wash Ash because she's so nasty. So I took her in there and washed her. And it was kind of cool because we don't have like in our shower, we usually just bathe her in our bathtub, but our shower doesn't have like the hose that can come off. It's just attached to the wall. And so we have like a cup from our kitchen or whatever that we have to fill up and dump on her. It was really nice to have like a hose to spray her with. And shampoo just came straight out of the hose. So it was like a shampoo water mixture. So you like sprayed her with the shampoo, scrubbed it around with your hands, sprayed her with the water. It even had like a high velocity blow dryer that like coming out of a little tube that you could blow dry her with. It was awesome, but it was like $10 for 10 minutes. So it's not something that I would do all the time, but it was nice for that day when she was like so gross and we were already there. But yeah, she smelled really good. The shampoo there smells really good. And she was a nice, clean doggo. Love it. I was very happy. So we did that. And then, did we do anything else on Saturday? We went to the grocery store. I know that. But I don't think anything exciting really happened at the grocery store. Did we do anything else that day? I kind of don't think so. We were kind of lazy this weekend. Just fine with me. Yeah. And then on Sunday, I had made appointments for us on like Thursday because Perry needs to get his second vaccine. He got the first round of Pfizer, but there's a whole story behind the fact that he didn't want to get the second round and then he had to get the second round because of, there's a whole story behind it that I don't feel like telling. He needed to get his second round. He needed to get his second round of Pfizer, and I needed to get a booster because I originally got Johnson & Johnson, and so I was eligible for a booster. And then we both needed to get our flu shot. So I had made an appointment for both of us to go get all of the shots on Sunday at like 3:15 p.m. Perry wanted to take his dirt bike out that day. So we like got up and had breakfast, and then he had to fiddle with the dirt bike a little bit because it was leaking, and then we were able to hook it up and take it to the dirt bike track, which was fun, except for the fact that it was fucking freezing. When we go to the dirt bike track, he runs around on his dirt bike, and I sit and stitch. That I'll bring my stitching, and we'll bring the dog, and we'll, like, hook her to the car, and then I'll bring my stitching and, like, a chair, and I'll sit on the side of the car and stitch and watch him ride around. It works out pretty well. But it was so cold that I was like, no, I'm not sitting outside. I'm sitting in the car with the heater on and stitching in here. Plus, by the time we had gotten the dirt bike fixed and everything, he only had about an hour to run around on his dirt bike before we had to go straight to the appointment from there, like with the trailer with the dirt bike on it and everything. But yeah, so we did that, and he had a ton of fun, and I had fun sitting and stitching, and then we had to go get our shots, and I don't know if anybody else is like this, but I am such a weenie when it comes to shots. I don't like it. I have to have somebody there to hold my hand. They're like, I can do it, but I really don't like it, and I want somebody there to hold my hand. So, Perry was there, of course, and I was very not excited, but we got our shots, got it over with. It was fine, and now, so today is the day after the shots, and like I said, I was expecting I was gonna feel kind of shitty today, which is why I got everything done kind of early, but because I was expecting to feel shitty today because we got it yesterday, but I actually don't. I feel fine so far. That it's like I feel a little bit tired, but nothing like what I felt last time. I actually like kind of felt like sick, like I was getting a cold or something when I got my Johnson & Johnson, but I don't feel that way with this one. So, and Perry didn't feel anything with his very first Pfizer dose. Like, he was out dirt biking the next day, didn't feel a dang thing. But this time he said he feels a little bit tired, and both of our arms are sore. But that's about the extent of it, and I'm hoping that it just is the extent of it. So that's good. I'm glad I don't feel sick today. But yeah, and I'm glad we're all vaccinated and safe. It makes me feel good. So you know, it's like I don't leave the house much, but Perry does every day, and he's a daily smoker, and so like and I'm a little bit immune compromised because of my weight, and because I have some weird like sister to asthma that I've never like officially been diagnosed with, but it's always been kind of a thing. And so it's like, it just makes me feel better to know that we're like as safe as we can be. So, you know, just my opinion. Do what you want. But yeah, so that was that. And then today's Monday. Oh yeah, so it's time for Ash to get re-upped on all of her vaccines. And Ollie hasn't gotten any vaccines yet. Ollie is 8 months old, okay, and he hasn't gotten any of his vaccines yet. I know, we're naughty. He also like has not left this house, pretty much. So so it's like, but I need to get Ash re-upped on her vaccines, and I need to get Ollie his vaccines. And also we need to get Ollie neutered, so that he doesn't start like spraying all over the house or whatever. So we had planned an appointment to like get all their vaccines and stuff, and then we were trying to figure out what to do about getting Ollie neutered because we didn't really want to pay an arm and a leg for it. And Perry's friend at work had mentioned something about like, oh, he's just taken all of his cats to like the animal shelter and they do it for free. And I was like, I knew that you could take like stray cats in there and they would do it for free. And I knew that they would spay and neuter dogs and cats before they got adopted out. But I didn't know that you could just like bring your cat or dog there and they would do it for free. But they do. The only problem is that it's a little bit harder to get in because it's not free. It's $25, okay? And all vaccines are free, which is $25 versus like when we got Ash spayed, it was like $400 or something. Like, it was ridiculous. So it's like, yeah, I'll take $25 to get him neutered all day, every day. And then all their vaccines are free. They get the vaccines for free. I was like, yeah, because it probably would have costed about $200+ to get them all their vaccines. So, like, again, I'm in. But they're all full for November. And so, but they said on November 1st, we're opening up appointments for December. And so I said, great. So first thing this morning, I tried to set up an appointment, and their online booking thing still says, like, no appointments available. But because I'm doing it through the Dumb Friends League, that was like the only animal shelter that I could really find. I bet there's others that do it, but that was the first one that popped up. And their little, like, online things still said no appointments available. So I tried to call and nobody answered. And so I left a voicemail saying, hey, I'd like to get my pets in. Like, I heard it, you know, I sent you guys an email and you said it was going to be open on the 1st. And so, like, it's the 1st. Can I book my pets, please? And haven't heard anything back. So hopefully I'll hear from them soon. And we'll get that sorted out. And then I'm supposed to register for classes for next semester, for my very last semester in college. I'm very excited about it. But I have 3 classes to take next semester. One is my capstone. One is my last core class called Digital Video Editing 2, which I'm very excited about because I'm a video editing major, so it's kind of like right in my wheelhouse. And then the last one is just my very last elective, which I'm just taking like a little like lighting course that's something to do with lighting. So yeah, those are the classes that I'm taking. And I had already planned this out with like the director, the like head director of my program. So like the department chair or whatever. I had a whole plan out before this current semester. I had planned out this semester with him and next semester. So he had already told me that all of these classes were going to be available and that I could take them. Great. So I expect that I'm going to go on to the little portal today and go clickety click, click, clack, clack, register for classes, right? No, of course not, because it's never that easy at this school. I swear to God. I go to a community college, and not only that, but it's quite a small community college. And so I feel like every semester there's always something, okay, that like a class isn't offered or blah, blah, whatever. But I thought it would be no problem because I had already planned it out with the director of the whatever beforehand. So I go on. I'm able to sign up for the elective, fine, dandy. I go to sign up for the capstone and it says that I need like director approval. So I'm like, crap, I have to figure out how to get that. And then I go to look for Digital Video Editing 2, and it's not there. It's just straight up not there. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? Not only is this class required for me to graduate, but it is very important to me because I'm a video editor, and it is a video editing class. I've done a whole 2-year degree and only taken 1 video editing class, okay? I need this class. Okay, like Jesus. I've taken Photoshop classes, I've taken sound classes, I've taken all sorts of random crap, photography class, okay? I've taken 1 video class. I need this, where is it? I was told it was gonna be available this semester. And I was like, I swear to God, if they're gonna try to like extend my graduation date because of 1 class, I'm gonna freaking kill somebody. So I sent him an email. I sent my academic advisor an email and was like, yo, what is up? What is going on? And I'm still waiting to hear back from him. That's what I thought that email was him emailing me back. No, it was not. I'm just like, where is this class and how do I get the approval for the capstone and what do I do and blah, 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 blah. I just want to graduate. I just want to freaking graduate. But the thing is that to me, it's like, A, the director told me I could take this, you know, the department chair lead, whoever the F. His name is Paul, by the way, so if you hear me just refer to him as Paul, that's who that is. He's like the department chair of my video production program. he was the one who said they were going to be offering it this semester, and he's the one who said that I should take it this semester. And so it's like, where is it? Also, they didn't offer it last semester, or like, what by last semester, I mean this current semester, or I would have taken it this current semester. And so it's like, it wasn't there last semester. It's not here this semester. That's not possible. It is a core required class. They have to offer it once a year. So there has to be some sort of mistake. Everybody is swearing me up, down, left, and right that it's going to be fine. But I'm sitting there going, oh my God, if this prevents me from graduating on time, I am suing. I am suing Red Rocks Community College. I don't care what it takes. I am graduating on time. Do you understand me? May, I'm not going any longer just because of one class. No. Ex-nay. No. Not happening. So I'm just waiting for that to get that resolved. It's not, I guess it's not technically urgent because we're not even done with this current semester yet. And like I said, my college is really small, and so it's not like classes fill up. So it's not like I'm trying to get a spot in the class, but especially when you get to like the higher advanced levels like this, like I'm on my last semester, they really don't fill up. If anything, if like 1 or 2 students are enrolled, they'll keep the class because that's how small our school is. That's why last semester, like actually last semester, I had a class with just me and one other guy in it, and they kept it because they knew we needed it to graduate. It was so funny. So, so that's that. Hopefully he'll email me back because it just like, I know it'll be fine, that it's like, if for some reason they screwed up and they don't offer it this semester, they'll figure something out with me, you know? But, I just wanted to go click, and register, okay? I just don't want to deal with it. So, but they know me, they'll work with me. Worst case scenario, they'll figure something out with me. They're not going to let me graduate late because of one class, especially if it's their mistake. So it'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Everything's going to be fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. You're fine. We're all fine. Yep, we're fine. Okay. So also, if you guys don't know, I am... Not only is my future job going to be working from home, but as of right now, I not only work from home, but all 4 of my classes are online. And so I do school from home. I do everything from home. And I love it. Okay, I like it that way. And 2 out of the 3 classes so far next semester are in person. Like, mother effer. Really? I was enjoying this. The whole being at home thing. Are you sure I have to go to campus? Dang it. And there's not an option. Like usually with my classes, with bigger colleges, you have like a multitude of options of like what different kinds of classes and what different teachers and what days and times you can take them. No, with my school, you get one option. That's when the class is held, period. That's it. So, so far they're both in person, which sucks, but I don't like it. I want to be online. And so far they're on Monday and Tuesday. Like, heck, those are my shop days right now. So I'm going to have to like, Monday I restock, Tuesday I ship out. That's how it works. So now I'm going to have to like flip my schedule around and do like a Thursday restock, Friday send out orders, or a Wednesday restock, Thursday send out orders, depending on when video editing is. I'm going to have to like switch my whole schedule around. So next semester, shop stuff might change because my whole school schedule is going to change. So, but this is the last semester, okay? I have like, oh God, how many weeks left? Last day of school is December 14th. So I have like, what, 4 or 5 weeks left? 6 weeks of school? No, not 6 weeks. 4 or 5 weeks of school left until winter break, So 4 or 5 weeks left of this semester, and then one more semester, and then I'm done. So I have like one semester and a little bit, and then I'm done with school. I'm so fucking excited. I feel so bad when I talk to my sister about it because I have like such senioritis. Also, I'm in a very creative field, so we don't really do much in terms of like writing papers and doing tests and reading textbooks, and like we don't do a lot of that. And my sister, she is a nursing major. She wants to go to medical school. So that's like all they do is tests and textbooks and papers and all the stuff that like makes me want to vomit. And so I was talking to her the other day, and she was like, oh, so did you do good on your midterms and stuff? And I was like, oh, it's midterms? We didn't even have midterms. They didn't even mention midterms. And she like paused on the phone for a second. She was like, you son of a bitch. I was like, what? She was like, I just like killed myself for the past week getting midterms done. And I was like, I didn't even know we haven't had a midterm. I haven't taken a test in like 2 years. I don't know. Because even though I'm only doing a 2-year program, it's taken me about 3.5 to do it. I've been in school right since I got out of high school. So I've been in school for 4 years, but that's because I started at a 4-year college with a different major and then changed I started with criminal justice and then changed to video editing. And so none of my credits really carried over besides like gen ed stuff. So it's like, I have done tests in the past 4 years just for like general education stuff. But ever since I've gotten into like this degree, and ever since I've been done with general education courses, I have not taken a test at all. All of our finals are like final projects. We do projects. We don't do tests and papers and whatever. Actually, I did write a paper this semester. That's false. For my business for creatives class, because it's a business class, and so we had to write a paper. But other than that, I have not written a paper or taken a test in like 2 years. It's awesome. And I told my sister that, and she was like, I fucking hate you. And I was like, don't say that. She was so jealous. I feel bad because it's like, she's older than me. Granted, she's only 6 months older than me, okay? My sister was adopted, in case you guys didn't know that. Very long story short, my mom has endometriosis. She didn't think that she could have a baby, and so they went and adopted my sister. And right on the way to go pick up my sister, like, because they adopted her from Vietnam, so when they were about to leave for Vietnam to go pick up my sister, my mom found out she was pregnant. They brought Maya home, my sister, when she was 2 months old. I was born 4 months later. We're 6 months apart. Long story short, okay? That's the story. My sister and I are only 6 months apart, but she is older than me. And I'm finishing college before her. And that's really hard for her. So I feel bad, but at the same time, I like have such senioritis that I'm like, God, I'm so glad I'm almost done with school. And she's like, yeah, because she, you know, she hasn't even started medical school yet. And so she's like, I got probably another 4 years at least before I'm done. Like, oh my God. Oh, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine doing another year. I can't even imagine, like, much less. Like, I can barely imagine the fact that I have one more semester to do, much less 4 whole more years. She's been in school for 4 years. She's got another 4. Oh no, this is why I'm getting an associate's degree and not a bachelor's degree. Like, no, thank you. I don't need anything more than an associate's degree to do my job. So that's all I'm getting. Unless I'm gonna need it for future roles, and then I'll get it in the future. But as far as I'm concerned, I am never gonna need more than an associate's degree. So that's all I'm getting. And I'm fine with that. You know, my boyfriend is the breadwinner and he doesn't have a degree. He's actually really close. He did go to school for almost 4 years. He dropped out. He's like a semester short of his degree. I think he dropped out because he got this job. I don't remember exactly why he dropped out of college, but now he makes $68,000 a year and he's going to continue getting raises every year, and he doesn't have a college degree. So it's like, he is the breadwinner without a college degree. I think I can do just fine with an associate's. Especially if my dream job only requires an associate's, then why in the world, if we can make $100,000 combined, we'll be living good. We don't really need any more than that. So I'm like, yeah, associates and I'm out of here. And he was like, yeah, I totally get that. But I refuse to stop now. Not only do I kind of need an associate's degree to do my job, I don't really need it, but it's helpful. It's like really helpful in terms of getting a job. I refuse to stop now because I'm so close that it's like I want to just, it's kind of the stupid, like almost kind of not superstitious, what's the word, like prestigious thing of like you want to say you have the degree. You want to say that you have the piece of paper, you want to have it framed above your desk or whatever. Like it's an accomplishment that I want to have, that I don't want to just like not, It's like if I was still like years away and it really didn't make sense for me to continue or whatever, then that's fine. But it does make sense for me to finish it, and I'm only a semester away. So it's like, no, I don't care, like, earth, wind, and fire, blood, sweat, and tears. I am finishing this. I am getting my freaking degree. And not only has college been a struggle for me just because college, but I've gone through, like, the worst mental health storm of my life in the past 4 years through college. And I've managed to get through college during all of this. So not only is it an, oh my God, you graduated college, which is huge in general, it's going to be, you fucking made it. You fucking made it. And I'm sorry I'm cussing. I know Cheryl is probably watching this freaking cringing right now. I'm sorry. I love you, but I'm sorry. You fucking made it, Like, it needs that kind of emphasis on it, so it requires the cuss word, I apologize. But it's like, it's gonna be such a huge thing for me. I'm going to cry like a baby. It's gonna be insane. I'm already so proud of myself. When I have that diploma in my hand, it's gonna be just, like, magnified, It's gonna be just, like, tripled of just proudness in myself for being strong enough to get through that and being strong enough to do it. I'm so proud of myself. It's incredible. I feel lucky, honestly. And so I told my mom, when I graduate, I want a big freaking party. Big freaking party, okay? That it's like, I'm very much an introvert. I'm not usually one to be suggesting giant parties, okay? I'm not usually a fan of them. But it's like, no, I want everybody there. I want everybody celebrating. I want all of the camaraderie and support that I can get because I fucking made it. I fucking did it. Yeah, so I told my mom, it's like, I want freaking graduation banners hung up all over the place. I want everybody we know there. I want tons of alcohol. Like, I want a party, Like, not like get smashing wasted kind of party, but like just celebrate the crap out of it. I want a cake. I want all the things. Yeah. My mom's gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. It's gonna be crazy. Perry is so proud of me. He hasn't even been here through my whole college journey. He's been here for like half of it. But we didn't meet until, a couple years ago. So he hasn't been here for the whole college journey, but he has seen me go through some freaking heartache for this. And my mom has seen it all. My mom has been here since the very beginning, of course. And she has seen me and helped me through every part of it. And also, my mom is just emotional as crap. So we all know she's going to cry because she cries at the drop of a hat. But she's going to bawl her eyes out. I'm going to bawl my eyes out. Oh my God, it's going to be insane. And I'm so excited. So freaking excited. I can't even explain to you how excited I am. So that's coming soon, but they need to freaking email me because I am getting it done. no matter what, no matter what I have to do, no matter who I have to talk to, I am graduating in May. Do you understand? Do you repeat? I am graduating in May. And I won't accept it any other way. But yeah, so that's kind of it. I'm gonna send out orders tomorrow, go to therapy Wednesday, do some schoolwork, you know, normal week stuff. I'm doing well in all of my classes. I'm pretty sure I have a B in all of my classes, so I'm actually doing better than I expected. I told my mom this semester, it's like, I'd be very happy. I told my mom and my boyfriend, it's like, I'm doing a lot this semester. I'm taking a full load of classes, and I'm running my own business, and I'm coming off of like the worst time of my life, you know, in terms of mental health and stuff, and I'm still struggling with it a little bit, that it's like, I'm doing so much this semester, and my GPA honestly doesn't really matter. What matters is graduating, and so it's like, as long as I can pass the class with a C, I will be overjoyed. And I'm doing better than that. So it's like, okay, cool. I'm happy with that. As long as I can just pass the class, I would be thrilled. So I'm actually doing really well. And I'm really proud of myself for that. It's like, I really am accomplishing more than I ever thought that I could. Which is really kind of deep to say. You know what I mean? But it's true. That it's like, for once you get into that horrible of a state of depression where it's years that you can barely get out of bed, that it's like, to be able to run my own business and go to school full time, and I'm almost done, and I'm keeping a wonderful relationship, and I'm raising my furry children, and I'm about to start work, and we're gonna buy a house soon, and like, oh my God, it's just all of it. It's like more than I could have ever dreamed for, really and truly. So yeah, you know, we all have our hard days. I still have my hard days, but when I'm having a hard day, I think about that. I think about the fact that I am accomplishing more than I ever thought that I could. And that I'm kind of living my freaking dream, you know? That is like, I kind of don't think I could ask for better at this point in my life, at 21 years old, you know? Yeah, crazy, right? Oh. Okay, I'm getting a little sappy over here. And we're at 1 hour and 1 minute, so it's probably good for me to stop here. Yeah. Kind of a sappy place to end, huh? But it's okay. We're sappy here. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too sappy for you. I hope it wasn't boring. I know it's been 2 weeks since I talked to you, and I'm real sorry. I'm gonna try to be better, but I was just having a rough week, and I appreciate you guys understanding that. We did just hit 500 subscribers here on YouTube, which is so exciting. I now have access to the community tab so that I can, you know, put posts up and stuff, which is exciting as heck. So I do want to do a giveaway for 500 subscribers. I just haven't quite figured out what that is going to be yet. So once I figure that out, I'll definitely let you guys know, probably in a WIP and chat or a floss tube or something. So keep an eye out for that. Probably WIP and chat if I had to guess. So keep your eye out for that. Because especially if you've been here since like the beginning, or you're a close friend of mine or whatever, it's like, I would love, or even just a watcher who just, you know, sits in the background and listens, and I just want a chance to give back a little bit and just celebrate, you know, just celebrate the occasion, because why not? It's a cool occasion. It's a very cool occasion. So, yeah, that's about it. Go check out Scented Putty if you don't have any already, and I'll have new scents coming soon. Fall scents will probably go through till close to the end of November, either mid to end November, and then I will be taking most, you know, the more like fall farmhouse, like the really fall themed scents out, and replacing them with like Christmas scents. So I'll have like a Christmas scent release here in the next couple of weeks, which will be really exciting. And I'm hoping over Thanksgiving break, which is at the end of this month, I have a week off of school, and so I'm hoping that during that week I can play around with my wax formula because I'm not completely happy with it, and get some wax out to you guys again. I think that would be really cool and something that I really want to do. So, but that formula is not quite right, so I want to fix it. But I have an idea, and I think I'm going to be able to fix it. So I'm hoping that soon, within the next couple of weeks, I'll have more scents, Christmas themed scents to get you ready for your Christmas themed kits. And also I'll have wax back again, which will be really exciting. So that way you can have my putty in your multi-placer and my wax in your single placer. Like 10 out of 10 fun, right? Yeah. Okay. I think that really is it for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And let me know in the comments down below. If the comments are turned off, send me a message, and I apologize in advance because YouTube hates me. But let me know in the comments down below how you guys' week are going. How are your projects going? Do you have a good week up ahead of you? Do you have a stressful week up ahead of you? Let me know what's going on. And that's it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week. And I love you all. Bye!